You're 6'9"?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, you gotta stand up, bro.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually
crazy.
Like you can't see, but yeah, it's just like it's yeah.
Oh. Just in case you go in hot.
Yeah, I guess so.
What is happening, you guys? Can you guys see me at all?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, for some reason, all I can see is just YouTube. My camera just disappeared. Sorry, this whole thing just went haywire right as you guys joined. How you guys doing?
What's the little face in the corner? What is that?
Which Kyle, Jack Black and Kyle Gass, or which one? I was like, which face are you talking about?
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. So how you guys doing?
Dude,
Good,
we're
man.
doing good.
Hanging.
So, woke up, went outside. It was 100 degrees. I hate that, but, we're alive and we're kicking, doing our thing.
Dude, it's not humid. When I was in Nashville, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
When I was, my place doesn't have AC, so it's been like 95 degrees here. And so sometimes I'll just come in here on the weekends and turn this AC on behind me and just hang out here. It's just that much cooler.
Couldn't be me, dude.
Where are you at?
We're in East Idaho, Idaho Falls, that area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I played the Gym a few times.
Yeah. The Gym, great venue, First Street right there for sure. Yeah. Echo, it's funny. The last time I saw you were opening up for From Ashes to New, and it was 2023 at the Depot in Salt Lake City. And you did the Free Verse 3 song, and before you performed it, you said they throw your Vans on stage. And I was unfortunately wearing Converse at the time, but I wanted to throw. I was like, well, you can't really see. But I'm 6'9", so my shoe size is 16. So if I threw my shoe on stage, I was afraid it was going to hit you, like somebody just threw a boat at you or something like that, or whatever. Yeah, dude. I was afraid like it was going to end up like a Morgan Wallen situation where you just get hit in the face.
What's happened?
You're 6'9"?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta stand up, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
I actually
crazy.
Like you can't see, but yeah, it's just like it's yeah.
Dude.
6'9" is insane.
Yeah. I just sucked bad at basketball, so I took up radio. So yeah, played my whole life.
I've never met anybody 6'9" in my life.
Oh wow,
that's insane.
That's funny. Yeah, I have a few friends who are taller than me, and they're like a size like 20 shoe. And
what?
Yeah, because I played basketball like up to the collegiate level, so I know a few guys who are like 7 foot, and
not white dudes. Can't be.
What?
White dudes?
No, one of them is. He plays over in like.
And he's taller than you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, his parents are huge too. Like I grew up training with this guy. His
giants.
His mom's about 6'5". His dad's about 6'8". But yeah, yeah, it's like the Rob Schneider movie. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge.
Oh man, this is great. So, yeah. So obviously, I wanted to talk to you guys about the latest track, "No Place Like Home," because I've been listening to it on repeat all weekend. I was gonna play it on Friday, but then I got that call saying, "Oh, SiriusXM Octane has the premiere. Play it after 6:45." I'm like, "Dang it, Jose!" Like, but they're good guys. I was just mostly kidding. Yeah, but I am playing it today, so I'm like, the listeners will hear it today to kickstart the afternoon show. It is such a catchy song, and it's such an awesome song. I wanted to tell you guys that firsthand. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. It's one of our favorites for sure.
Good. Yeah. And we've been spinning Happy Feels Like. I also played If I Wasn't Me when that first came out because I'm just addicted to the sound of your guys' songs for sure. So really appreciate the music you guys have been putting out there.
Dude, thank you. We appreciate you for spinning it and listening to it.
Yeah, of course. Dude, also, I'm so glad that you guys are growing so fast and so quick because, I mean, of course, you guys have been at this for such a long time, and I want to talk about that too. But I mean, as a band, you guys got together, Low Spirit, Echo, forming together Ninth Key and all of that. But the tour that you guys just announced, some of the shows are sold out. That's awesome. And you guys also have a billboard in New York. How does that feel too? Like you guys have a Times Square billboard.
Honestly, it's pretty surreal. And it's very crazy because we've both been, grinding at our own thing for so long. And we've grown to limit our expectations where we try not to get our hopes up about certain things. And we're just we don't hold our breath on things. So it was really crazy for both of us, I think, to see this tour sell out some of these rooms in minutes, which was absolutely absurd to us. And to have basically every date sold out besides Brooklyn right now is like a dream. And yeah, having a marquee in Times Square was just nuts. We didn't expect that at all, so it was just crazy.
Was this tour kind of like a test to see like how well it was going to sell before you guys tried doing even more dates later down the line? Or because I would love to see you guys eventually if you guys come to the area for sure.
Honestly,
I mean, a little bit. A little bit was like, we know we want to play some shows. We want to get out there and see what it's like and how the shows are. And I mean, everything we were doing, we were just like, well, we like this a lot. I think it's awesome, but we don't know what's going to happen. People
Yeah.
might not like, you don't know if it's going to do well. And I think from our own solo careers for so long, it kind of feels like you're kind of like enforcing your will on the people.
Yeah.
You know, as an artist, like that kind of feels like what you're doing most of the time. And with this, it kind of felt like it just kind of switched and everything kind of like moved with us.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think
what I mean?
that's a good point where it was like I feel like there's a lot of artists out there that can probably like understand this like to a T, but it's like you spend so much time being like, please like this, please like this. Like it's because it's like I love this and I want you to see what I see in this. And it's like you spend so many years just like pushing things that you believe in and just trying to connect with people. And with this project, it's been like so awesome where like we just made stuff that we liked, didn't think about the audience, didn't think about the pressures or the expectations. We just made stuff that we thought was really great and compelling, and we put it out there, and it connected with people like so quickly that I think it just blew both of our heads like clean off our body.
Yeah.
And so it was also like trying to get this tour together, just these like few dates. A big mission statement of this project is like we're trying to swing the pendulum of music culture back the other way. A lot of this project was inspired by the bands that we fell in love with when we first got into music that inspired us to create music. And we feel like as we're getting more and more connected online, everyone's getting more and more disconnected in the real world. And it was like a big thing for us to put together some dates to where like we can kind of like come out of the screen and stop playing the social media game and see people face to face and like do what's actually important to us as musicians and what we think is important to culture and music and people in general.
I was
And
gonna
that's playing that.
I was gonna say, how annoying is it to post on social media as much as we have to now? Because even as like a radio DJ, it's like content creation is king. Like we're obviously told, like, oh, the first 3 seconds you got to get the person's attention because the attention deficit and all that stuff. And dude, I can only imagine having to be a musician and recording songs, writing songs, performing live, and then you have to have like one of the members be like the social media guy and post constant like please check out my song, please. Like it's almost like begging people to stream. But
Yeah.
luckily, you guys are doing so well with this. It's awesome to see like how all the years of hard work paying off for both of you guys for sure.
Yeah, I think it's cool because it's just like us having fun, like being creative. Like we love making compelling visuals. Like we come up with ideas for like videos and like branding and photos and music in general, and we just get excited about things. And so like that's where we have fun. So I think the best part of this project is that like none of it is really rooted in, I guess, like work on that front. It's just more so like we're having fun making all of these things. And it can definitely become fatiguing to be like, we really think this is awesome and maybe it like doesn't hit, but like we also have come to the point where we've realized that a lot of things are out of our hands online and that social media and the algorithm is a necessary evil, and some stuff is going to be found by people and some stuff won't, and that's just kind of part of it. And I think we held that weight on our shoulders for a very long time in our own respective solo careers, and it used to really bother both of us. I think now we're getting to the point where we're just like, we think this is awesome, we don't care what happens, like. And we've gotten very, very lucky and fortunate that it has worked out the way that it has.
It's definitely
Yeah, I
like,
think it also helps that like even making this record, I think we always knew what the identity was. And the hardest thing is like when you're trying to create visuals or anything for social media, it's like, well, what is this? And then you kind of have to create it based on it. And I think what we were always doing had such a strong identity with it in the first place that the content was just like, to us, was always just obvious. Like the
Yeah.
look was obvious and we knew what we wanted to do. So it wasn't as soul crushing to be like, what are we going to do? We're like, we know what it looks like. We know the feel of it. We know the vibe. Let's just create it now from here.
for the No Place Like Home music video, I mean, you guys are in like a rundown house. Was that like just some set you guys built, or where was that at? Because I would love to know where exactly that was.
I would love to tell you this story because I have an autoimmune condition where I have a lot of sensitivities to like environmental stuff like dirt, dust, mold, allergens, whatever. And this was a property that we found for rent where it was basically two houses that were abandoned properties that were literally rotting into the ground. They literally had bats in them. Like
Wow.
when people were collecting their gear at the end of the night, there were like bats that flew out of the house. Like it was honestly like the most brutal like shoot day ever, because we spent about like 12 or 13 hours like at these spots. It was about 100 degrees outside. It was like just absolutely boiling. But it was the perfect place because we just kind of wanted to contextually like really show what the song was about. And for both of us, it's about coming from dysfunctional like homes, like growing up as kids, and we kind of wanted to reflect what that might look like in context to what it felt like, regardless of whether you grew up poor and you grew up in a really sketchy house, or you just grew up in like a mentally or emotionally abusive one. And so like when we found that place, it was kind of honestly just like a no-brainer when we saw it, and we were like, that's exactly it. So
Yeah. And we found a guy that just has a bunch of abandoned properties.
yeah.
Okay.
And just is like willing to rent them out. And we're like, okay, cool. But it was it was a tough shoot. And I knew like going into it was going to be tough. But then when we got there and it was hot outside and all, I was worried about him because of all his stuff. You know what I mean? And so I'm like at the shoot, I'm like, dude, we're totally good. We're fine. Everything's going to be great. Like, you're doing great. And I turned around and I was like, I look at Jamie. Sucks.
Well, if you notice in the music video, like my hair is like constantly wet. Like it looks like I'm just drenched in every shot.
Yeah.
Because we would do a take and then I would get overheated. So like with what I have, it's called MCAS. When you're in the heat for like too long, you'll start getting like really crazy, like heart palpitations or low blood pressure and stuff like that. So we would do a take. I would dump like a bottle of water like over my head, and then I'd sit in my car with the AC like full blast. Like so we would just do takes and like cycle through like that. And it was it was a brutal day, but like at the end of everything, like when we had the video like edited, which was only like 2 weeks ago, we were like, yeah, this is the best like video that we've done, like hands down, and like the best like just like batched like content that we have for like social. So we were just like very thrilled with how it came out. So I think it was worth the pain, honestly.
Oh yeah, especially like if you were to like put your like if you went all the way through the music video and you just collapsed at the end, like that would have been even the cherry on top. I feel like if you just all of a sudden
carrying me out on a stretcher.
Yeah. Or like you showed the behind the scenes of you in the car with the AC dumping water on your head, going, "This is the life of a rock star, everybody. Like this is what we go through."
Yeah, it was in I think the best part about it was we literally shot it the day Happy Feels Like came out.
Yeah.
And was like our highest streaming song either of us had ever put out. And so on one end we're like, yeah, and the other end we're like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? It was like the weird juxtaposition of like things are really great, but like we're still here to grind. Like this is still the job. Like we're still here to work.
How awkward is it to record a music video? Because I've always wondered that. Because it's like I feel like you're not really necessarily performing the song. You're kind of just like going through the motions. There's cameras, and of course, there's the people telling you how to look, where to go. And I think Echo, at one point, you're in like you're in the shower, bathtub, bathroom area, like leaning against the wall, and like it flips. No, I think it was the other way around. Like Echo, you're in the living room, someone is in the bathroom. Yeah. That's what it was. And so I was just like, what's recording a music video actually like? Because I've been curious about that for like the past week, because I've been watching some of like the old early 2000s music videos, like Pop Evil Trenches, and they did like a synchronized jump. And I'm like, how do you coordinate that? Like, do you have everyone, including the drummer, just get up and jump at the same time? Like, what is the point, you know?
It feels very uncool in front of the camera. But then when you go and you like look at everything like in frame, like after you do a take, you're like, oh, okay, like I see it. I think early on in both of our careers, maybe you didn't feel this way. I absolutely hated filming videos because I just felt like so lame, and I felt like I didn't know like what I was doing, and I just wasn't like very confident. And like even getting into the ninth key stuff, it had been a while since I had been like making videos consistently. So like I didn't feel as confident, but then this last go around, like I think we're all just like getting to a place where we just feel like very comfortable in front of a camera, and we just like kind of know what we want to see out of it, because him and I mostly like sit down and like make the cuts like for all of these like videos that you see on social media, etc. And we're always like, damn, I wish I would have done this, or I wish you would have done this, and like we keep those things in mind. So it's kind of like I don't know how you would like put it, but it's like I feel like
I think the dumber you feel, the better it looks.
yeah, it's
That's how
almost
I've
like
always thought about like videos. Like the more stupid you feel, it's the same as like making music. Like
you have to do too much. You
you have
have
to
to
do
go
too
too
much.
far. And then it's kind of funny because it's like it evens out. Like when you do too much, like when you look at it in frame, you're like, oh yeah, that looks great. But like you feel so dumb in front of the camera.
You're
Um,
really good in videos though. That was one thing I was actually kind of surprised at. Like not surprised, but like you like the way you're able to emote. I've learned from watching you. Like you use your body a lot more than I do. And I was like, oh, I should do more of that because I can sometimes be a little more like, well, I mean, our bodies are different too, but like sometimes I'm a little more locked in. You're way more fluid. And I'm like, that looks better on camera. So I can like watch and clock that and be like, I should do something, my own version of something like that. And then I can like get a little better at what I'm doing and just kind of like learn, more stuff. But I mean,
all your insecurities come out, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, like especially if they ask me to do anything around here, considering I tower over everybody, and they're like, "Oh, could you please do this?" And it's just like everyone stares at the big tall dude. Like it's an ongoing bit.
Yeah, the
Whenever
camera goes like this.
Yeah, whenever we go to concerts, they do like, well, let's find Peaches. My last name's Peach, so I go by Peaches, and so they expect to see like some like small little woman, but they get me instead. And they will like oftentimes they'll just photograph me in the pit at the show because there will be everybody, and then I'm head and shoulders above everybody else, and I'm so easy to spot,
yeah,
and I'm like the
like
walking
a
beacon.
lighthouse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's funny is because I'm pretty close with the guys in Point North, and they were opening up that same show that you were at too, and you were performing at, and of course, John at the end of the show goes, "Yeah, I saw you. You're standing right there. I saw your big the entire time, just standing right in front and blocking it." And that's the thing too at concerts. I can't stand like in the pit in the middle because people behind me start like mouthing off to me, like thinking I can't hear them. They'll like, "Get this big idiot out of the way." They'll like make a big effort to push me out of the way or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Heavy as the crown, brother.
oh
Heavy
yeah,
as the crown.
yeah. It's like not my fault. You guys are 4'8" or whatever.
Yeah.
But
That was good.
recording music videos, of course, that definitely seems like it's definitely an art form in itself because I could never ever imagine myself doing something like that. And Josh, I was reading more so about like your production and all that's like your production work and all of that and all the smash hits you've done over the years too. I mean, I would love to hear like I would love for the listeners to hear like what songs you've like worked on over the years.
So one of the bigger ones that I've done is a song called Voices by Motionless in White. I was a songwriter on that song. I have worked for Papa Roach. There's some stuff that I've done with them that hasn't come out yet. But I did a reimagined version of their song called Even If It Kills Me. I produced that. I've done rights for The Devil Wears Prada with a song called For You. I've done some Silverstein. Honestly, the list is like Catch Your Breath as well, a song called Shame on Me. And if I could mention one more, there's a band called Never Tell. I did a song called Some Things. And yeah, I was producing for about like 15 years of my life, and songwriting and making music with other artists for a very long time. I was in and out of bands like when I was a kid, and then that's sort of where I landed after a failed record deal, like when I was about 21. So I spent the majority of my time like in the production chair and really just like helping like champion people that I believed in and like working with small artists and trying to take those small artists and make them big artists. That was sort of like my vision. So yeah, that more or less like that's what I've done. And what I still do to this day, just not as much because we're doing, ninth key and I've got the low spirit stuff and the artist thing has taken such shape over the past couple of years. So
I thought it was really cool. I heard you in another interview talking about how you grew up with Teddy Swims and how you saw him go through the grind being a musician. And of course, that AC/DC song, "It's a Long Way to the Top." If you want to rock and roll exists for a reason. What advice would you give local musicians here in the area that maybe want to pursue music full time from both of you guys? I mean, like Echo used to performed at the Gym. I know plenty of bands that have also performed at the Gym too. And it's like, you guys both know what it's like to go through the grind of so many years. Would love to hear your advice to them.
yeah, absolutely. I think my advice would be don't be afraid to actually allow yourself to make bad music, like allow yourself to make songs that maybe aren't that great. Allow yourself to go out and play shows where you walk off stage and you kind of cry yourself to sleep because you think it was awful and you feel totally embarrassed. I think I think failure is the best teacher, and I'm certainly not the originator of that quote, but it's true. It's gonna, it's gonna teach you everything. And so just don't be afraid to fall on your face and just get back up and try again. And it'll eventually sort of like carve your way, and you'll go through a lot of hard things that'll teach you a lot of hard lessons, but you'll end up right where you're meant to be every time.
I think that's big. I think learning to fail is like the biggest thing. That and learn to love delayed gratification, because that's what this whole job is. Like if you're looking for instant gratification, it comes in, when you're writing a song, like it's there, but it's fleeting and it's, but the long-term gratification definitely comes after years and years and years and years and years of hard work. And if I was to tell you, you're going to work your ass off every day for 10 years, but after 10 years, you're going to have everything you ever wanted. Are you able to make it through that 10 years of, grinding it out? The only thing is you don't know how long the timetable is, because everybody's is different. But if you can learn to just kind of live in delayed gratification, it's much easier to kind of operate.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, so long as you don't quit, you will make it. That's it.